Yeah, you're gonna have just hang with me, guys. 1 second. I'm getting there. Oh boy, just keep throwing the chickens. Right, so really, ah, I don't know why the circles are there and no chat. We are on 0, 0, 0. Yeah, everything's on standards. Yeah, levels high on the OBS. Levels high everywhere. Nope. Okay, they're hearing me. They're not hearing you, I think. Yeah. Try that. And Vio on the VM. Yep, Vio 3.
And that strip has to go to B1.
Gotcha.
All right.
Checking mine. Mine's not coming. Yep, mine's coming through too. So audio's coming through now.
Okay. So they should be hearing us now.
So audio's coming through now.
Okay. There's a loop.
Hearing us now.
Take that. Hold on. Take that strip that's our audio you just put to B1 and take it out of B2 or B3. It can't be in those ones.
We got good. We got green. We got green.
That audio coming through is not coming from me.
We got good. We got green.
Oh, it's Tornado. You're echoing, buddy. Your speakers are going right through your mic.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. I just watched it.
It's somebody.
That might have been my mistake. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. I don't hear an echo now, so I think we're finally good.
Testing.
All right. Did you hear Momnado there, everybody?
Mind you, I'm quiet anyway, so.
Okay. There we go. We've got some action. So, fuck all the intro shit. Kevin, you want to tell everybody who's here and whatnot? Fuck.
Oh, God. Like, I know what's going on. You're the one who's been dealing with this for a while.
Don't
hello,
ask me, I'm new.
Hello, Space Cowboys. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're all keeping well. We've got lots of stupid to go through, and we've got some interesting guests. So let's start with you, Mr. Dawson. How are you today?
Oh, good now. Jesus. That was a crazy... that was a crazy last minute setup. So, I mean, there was going to be a couple of glitches. We threw it together real fast at the end. So, other than that, things are good. This is going to be fun. We're not even ready to show a video yet. We're going to do that in the background as we bullshit right now. So, I should, probably do that and let you talk to everybody else. Fuck.
All right. Steamy Cup of Reason, how are you today, sir?
I am doing well, sir, and how are you?
All right.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold myself, a sore throat, but I'm here. I'll do what I can.
Oh God, he's got the fungus.
Oh, no. Well, it's okay. Don't worry, everybody. I'm wearing my mask. Heaven forbid my 5G and internet spread COVID.
Some people are thinking that.
Oh, yeah.
It's out
We
there
know.
somewhere.
We've covered it.
It
Let's
goes along with
see.
the crazies who think after the election the virus is going to disappear and go poof.
And let's see. Keeping an eye on the chat, we have the tag team of Aimee and Matt. How are you guys today?
We're doing great. Thank you very much.
No.
We're all excited. Yes,
We got super chats.
we do. And someone is yelling at me
Here
because
comes
they
the stops.
Hey, exactly. Yes, Mouthy. Okay, go ahead, Eddie.
No, we need to see them first.
That's the first one, dear.
Yeah, Jessica G for $2 said, volume is too low. Stop. Jessica G for $2 said, but that's okay. My hearing is good. Stop. It's really good. Stop. Jessica G for $2 said, and I to everyone, especially Super Chat Matt. Stop. Jessica G for $2 said, make me famous by having Matt rate my comments. Stop.
Ow. It's a wonder I have any hearing left. Thank you very much.
Hey, Amy, remember the comment that I made a couple weeks ago regarding that one idiot who brought up Abydos?
Oh, I think so.
This asshole brought up Abydos. Stop. Stop ruining Stargate. Stop.
Exactly. That's right. And that's Matthew, too. He'll say stop for us.
And also joining us on the panel, a semi-regular at this point, Purple Rhymes with Orange. How are you today? You're muted in Meats.
Hit the unmute button.
Control D in Meats. We can't hear you. All right, well, while he figures that out, producing for us for the first time tonight, Colon, how are you today?
Stressed.
There we go.
Doubly stressed. Incredibly stressed. And driving myself bloody batty. And where's the alcohol? Dick promised me alcohol. Dude, scotch. Now.
I got a delivery team on the way, buddy. It's all good.
Colin, I'll tell you what I did with the alcohol. I burned it.
Oh,
Those is
nasty
fighting words,
person.
kiddo. Those is
You
fighting
could-
words.
You could get lynched for that in Scotland,
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you used it to fuel a rocket, it might be acceptable.
There he is.
Well, speaking of, Purple, now that you got your audio sorted, how are you today?
Yeah, doing all right.
Excellent. Good to have you with us. And let's get to the guest of the evening, Tornado in a Junkyard. How are you today?
Hello, everybody. I'm doing good. Momnado is not doing so hot. She's got a little bit of a headache, so I'm going to ask everyone to keep it down. That way she doesn't pull out her migraine.
Gosh.
But in the meantime, good morning, silly Shills. How's everybody doing?
Hey, that's my line.
And Momnado, did you want to say anything to introduce yourself as well?
Hello, I'm Tornado's mom. I'll keep him under somewhat of control. Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Depends.
Under control? What the hell are you doing here?
He's better than he used to be. You guys saw him when he was much less aggravating.
Knee high to a
raise-
debunker.
Oh no, try raising him as a single parent since he was 3.
I do the single parenting with a very exceptional kid on the autism spectrum, and
That's Tornado.
yeah, there can be definite challenges, but wow, those monumental awesome moments are the
Breakthroughs.
best, eh, Aimee? You know?
You know what I love is when he starts playing the piano.
Oh, that's cool. Right on.
He does it by ear.
Yeah,
me and
Remember that
music is the
MacGyver
same way.
thing? Remember that MacGyver thing I sent you both, Aimee Hogan and Dick Dawson?
Mm-hmm.
That was done
Ear
without sheet
only,
music.
no sheet music.
Ah, cool. Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's how I
That's
taught myself
amazing.
how to play all the shit I know too. It's fun, you know. I should I'm trying to figure out videos in the background, so I'll leave you guys to it for a second. I'll be right back.
Tornado, if you do that again, I'm going to smack you. Rude.
Oh, come on.
got no
Half of the
manners.
crew just crawled out of the tavern. What difference does that make?
Okay, he should use his manners.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Colin,
Aye.
it should be of note that for the last 3 years, anytime I've appeared on movie night, I have never drunk alcohol.
You don't drink.
That's amazing.
You don't drink.
How do
There's
you-
nothing amazing about it.
How do you get through without drinking? It's crazy.
No, my source of beverage for the stupidity is actually one of the following: Mountain Dew, tea, any other soda that I happen to get my hands on at the time, or just plain old water.
Mostly mine.
Oh.
Have yourself a hot steaming cup of reason. That'll straighten you out.
What the fuck was that? Okay,
Dick.
so apparently my Easy Cheese just decided to blow up in my face.
Yeah.
I was
I think
pouring-
the Mountain Dew is a bit.
No, I was spraying my Easy Cheese onto one of my Pringles chips so I could squish the Easy Cheese between two of them, and then it basically exploded partway out of the can.
You're eating everything that will do nothing for you. It's hilarious. Like you're literally eating zero nutrition.
Yep. That's a kid for you.
Yeah. Just you might as well just stuff them full of sawdust, you know?
No. What's scary
Well, he
is
said
that
he
some-
was going to make sandwiches tonight for dinner.
what's
Perfect chance for him to treat me instead of me always cooking. After all, I made homemade beef and cheese egg rolls last night. Worked my fingers to the bone making it.
Oh, and by the way, those things are addictive. Like seriously. Mom used to love the egg rolls from this place back where I used to live when I first joined movie night. It was called New China Star. It was literally a 3-minute walk down to this Chinese place from where I used to live. We lived in a trailer park that was right next to the plaza where you could do grocery shopping and watch movies before the movie theater went out of business and do other things. It was literally a 5-minute walk down to the Dollar General and back.
Yes, the Chinese food was good.
Yeah, Mom loved the beef and cheese egg rolls.
No, steak and cheese.
It was ground beef, Mother.
3-minute walk sounds like a good name for a Chinese fast food place.
Oh, that's a good one.
Now that you think about it, if I were to actually open up a Chinese restaurant, that would be its name.
Mm-mm.
I'm still waiting for the Cheese Mondo burger joint.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The what?
Cheese Mondo. It'd be a good burger joint, I bet. Just the name, right? You know?
Yeah, no kidding, man.
No. What's a good burger joint is either Smash Burger, The Habit, or my absolute favorite, Five Guys.
Never been to any of them. But,
Oh,
you know,
Five
we don't
Guys.
have them here.
Yeah, Five Guys is the only one we have here.
Five Guys is pretty delicious.
Mm-hmm. I like their
My-
fries.
Yeah, my dad introduced me to Five Guys back when I used to visit him all the time in California. Now, I'm hoping there's a Five Guys here in Florida.
Yeah, the only problem with Five Guys is that the fries are fried in peanut oil. And
You're
Sloth is always
to
allergic
peanut.
to all nuts.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Come on down to Vietnam. You can have puppy patties.
Ouch.
That's just nasty.
So I'm being told that we might actually be ready to try doing a live debunk with a video.
Oh God.
Ooh,
Oh,
that sounds like
you're gonna
fun.
need to. You're gonna need to introduce Mom to the rules of this game.
We don't have any. Just yell pause when you want to tell somebody off.
Mm.
And if it gets
Super
too
chat.
stupid, even for the audience, what happens then?
Oh, yeah, we do gong show debunking. So we'll put a vote in the chat, and every now and then they'll vote the video off and you'll hear the gong and we all laugh and move on.
Oh,
Okay.
we got a raised hand from Amy, by the way.
Oh, excuse me.
By the way, one person actually mentioned Abydos, and by the way, that is a real town. But the moment I heard the phrase Abydos, my mind immediately leapt to Stargate, and I was screaming my fool head off in the chat, yelling, "Leave Stargate out of this."
Mm.
Amy, you had something to add?
Yes, please. We just have a super chat, please.
Yeah. Just one for Jessica G. Yes, for $2. I mean, damn it. Jessica G for $2 said, never had Five Guys. Sounds like overkill. Stop! Don't try Five Guys.
Thank you very much.
Is that a sex joke?
No.
Depends on the mood you're in, I
Want to
guess.
try
I don't know.
Five Guys because their food. You want to know a reason why you don't want to try Five Guys? It's because their food tastes bad and horrible.
Oh, I see. Have you had it?
Aimee Hogan, you have...
I had it and it was disgusting.
when you
Just
wanted-
kidding.
Area. Oh, okay.
Gracious.
Yeah, I was going to say you have committed a sin against all burger joints in the history of ever.
So, Colin, how are we looking? Are we ready to try it?
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I've just got to restart it somehow. Click OK. Yeah, there we go. Let's click off, and we'll be ready right about now.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Okay, roll in. Hold
I'm
on,
still trying to figure out where the video is going to play.
YouTube, we can't play it through the thing. Between Meets and OBS, they just won't play ball. We don't know what's going on.
Huh? They won't play ball, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like your thing and your balls need to be readjusted somehow.
Oh, you roboting a lot in your voice, or is that just me?
That's just you. I can hear her clearly.
Can I ask for a little bit of sympathy? This is the first time I've done this tonight. So here we go.
Okay.
Ready?
There we
3,
go.
2, 1.
You guys are public servants, so yeah, I'm allowed to ask you questions.
You're totally allowed to film. But I wasn't. I didn't know you were when you were doing this.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to make sure you were in focus.
In Toronto, they recently had a shooting in a crowded area. You know, everywhere around the world, people drive cars into large crowds, so it's a precaution.
Are you guys okay with that sound, or is it really going?
Yeah, we
nuts?
can hear it.
It's
Okay.
fine for me.
We're not here for you. We're here because we're here to make sure the crowd here is safe and to enjoy the match, right?
Yeah, you guys are better than the cops I just ran into. They gave me a ticket for jaywalking. That's unlawful, isn't it?
No, it's still law. You aren't allowed to jaywalk.
Yeah, but there's 3 reasons for me to compel to provide ID. If I committed a crime.
Did he really just say that it was unlawful for an officer to give him a ticket for breaking the law?
Yes.
Apparently.
Do you recognize the voice?
No, I don't.
Is that the?
He's
idiot
this guy's a real fucker. Fucker.
Is that the guy who was doing that First Amendment audit?
Probably.
Yeah, this guy runs the gambit, you know?
That was all. I
I
just
just
thought
found
that was
it
really
interesting
funny.
that he's talking to cops about how they're better than the other cop that gave him a ticket for jaywalking.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna give you this ticket for walking in the middle of a street with busy traffic, and you're going to bitch and whine about it because I gave you a ticket because you were putting yourself in harm's way.
Yeah, a jaywalking ticket is basically, you seem to be too stupid for your own good. Let us help you out a bit.
And that's why I always get on my mom's case whenever she decides, oh, I just want to go walking across this area. And I'm telling her, no, there's a crosswalk over there that we can cross over to.
How often does that happen?
Rarely.
Exactly.
But I still get on your case for it.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
A little bit more video then?
Sure, why not?
Are you suspecting me about to commit a crime, or if I'm operating a motor
You have
vehicle?
a nice day. Okay.
Well, you guys are public service. I want to know. I want to know about this artillery.
I told you already, and I'm no longer participating in this conversation. So you have a nice day.
Do you feel moral carrying around such heavy artillery?
I feel that I'm keeping everyone here safe in case the worst happens.
Do you think maybe you're scared?
Okay. He's talking about artillery. Okay? Artillery is not a gun.
Yeah, you can't
Artillery
really.
is shells that are fired from a large mortar type gun or a tank or a stationary cannon.
Or, even better, a naval gun. On
Or a
big
naval gun.
fucking battleship.
Correct. That is
A barrage from several
artillery.
miles away.
Yes, that is artillery, not a fucking rifle you carry in your hands. Dumb
Yeah,
fuck
you
of the year.
you
Well,
can't.
unless it's a rocket launcher, then it might count as artillery.
Oh, goodness, excuse me.
I served 2 years in the Canadian Artillery Regiment. Trust me, an M109 is not something you carry over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really compare anything in a cop's arsenal of equipment to a howitzer. You just can't do it. It's silly.
Well, some cops do have grenade launchers.
Yes. But those guys didn't look like they had grenade launchers.
No, the guy here doesn't have anything like that.
But even that, even a grenade launcher compared to an artillery cannon.
Okay, let me put this in a way that this sovereign citizen idiot can understand. Imagine the grenade launcher a cop carries as a firecracker. Now imagine a howitzer, one of those big heavy cannons, as a salute shell. A 2-inch salute shell that bursts high up in the air. The difference in power between those types of weapons is so great that one is considered a firearm and the other is considered, well, a big fucking gun.
BFG, baby.
Bring on the doom.
Gunbuster!
Shall we let him play a bit more?
Oh, I guess. Let's see how stupid he can get.
People?
Nope, not at all. Do you know how many kids have come up and had their pictures with us and people have thanked us? The only person that has an issue with this so far is you.
The desensitization of humanity. And you guys are willing participants. There's no such thing as terrorism.
This conversation's over. You haven't.
I see that fucking face now.
Yeah.
That
I'm not
fucking
seeing it.
stupid face and that stupid fucking hair. It's Flat Earth Fokker, a native of Canada, goddammit, and this province, damn it.
I know.
You poor man.
He's such a national shame, this guy. And then when you factor in that Mrs. Tits on the other side of the country lives up here too, it's just horrific.
Wait, are you talking Orphan Red?
Orphan Red.
I am. Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought she was American.
I didn't know either. Yeah.
Okay, so that just gives me more excuse to call her Professor Canadian Funbags.
Don't throw the Canadian in. It's not, you
Hey,
know, I mean.
Oh, hey, don't blame the tits, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Haven't we had enough tit on tit violence in the world?
No.
It's nice
Blame
to
the
hear.
tits, then I have to look down and go, oh boy.
Well,
Yeah, it's nice to hear that Professor Funbags is a native Canadian. So, to Orphan Red, what's going on, eh?
No, oh, God.
now that I know it's Flat Earth Fokker, though, it's like a weight off my chest because now I can take nothing in this video with any weight whatsoever. Because this is the same man who simultaneously said COVID doesn't exist, but also my yoga studio cures it.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so he has nothing of value to say.
He said that his yoga COVID doesn't exist, but his yoga studio cures it.
Yep, the cure to COVID is hot yoga, everybody.
So if something doesn't exist, then why do you need a cure for it? And
Ain't
if
that
the whole
the truth?
point of view is if you're saying you can cure something even though it doesn't exist, then doesn't that mean that the thing you're trying to cure exists by definition? I mean, the only proper response here is error does not fucking compute.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, I will get the vote open. Thank you, everybody, for the reminders. Shall we listen to more bullshit then?
Yes, please.
And I just want to know, because you guys are on the front line. You guys are perpetrating this fascist regime, right? All these things that happen in Toronto and that, they're all fake news. There's no such.
Pause.
Well, fascist regime and fake news. Tasty.
Fascist regime and fake news. Now where the hell have I... Oh, right. We've heard it from a certain person. A certain individual one in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
What?
And can I just comment on how hilarious it is to call Canada, which is closer to communist than anything else, a fascist regime?
That is pretty funny.
Also, it seems that something got lost in translation.
His brain?
No. Part of the video feed isn't showing up anymore. As in, I see the logos with everybody are sitting around the table, and I see a little Freemason thing in there, and I see a little screen up there. But there we go. Now it's come back.
I have to remember. Apologies. I went to get some beer. I need it.
Oh my. That's all I can say is, oh my.
It gets worse.
Oh dear.
What the hell is up with this easy cheese? It's like...
Jesus.
Easy cheese?
Yeah, what the hell is easy cheese? Can you explain this? I'm imagining something that's in like a spray whipped cream like tub and you push the little plastic nozzle and disgusting stuff that's orange comes out.
Sort of.
Oh, God.
No, actually,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
You remember those
That
old
stuff.
Kraft tweezer snacks?
I remember being given one of them once, and I was just not for me. It doesn't work.
You got to remember that Dick is part French, so it's got to be real cheese or nothing but.
Yeah, I can't do processed cheese of any kind. To me, it just doesn't work. And then when you can spray it from a basically aerosol can, that's just not on the menu. I'm not doing it.
Dick, you may like cheese, but don't ever, and I repeat, ever go after Kazu Marzu.
What's
Do
that?
not talk about that. Oh, don't, no.
Let's just say it's the demon core of cheeses. You can look up. Yeah, you can look up Kazu Marzu yourself.
Kazu Marzu crawls.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. We'll look into that later, maybe. It's
Or
not,
I should say more, it squirms.
Yeah, that's just freaky. Let's speaking of squirms, this guy's a real fucking squirmer. Let's let him bitch a bit more as we get some votes in, and we'll see if this guy gets gonged.
Is there anything of substance of his video?
Yeah.
No, he's a flat earther, so of course not.
Thing they're propagating, and then they get you guys to buy into this fear to go out there.
If someone comes and starts attacking you, do you want us to step in, or are we too heavily armed? You want us to walk away?
If somebody commits a crime,
And that's why
you
we're
don't
here.
need machine guns. Nobody carries around machine guns at a family event.
It's not a machine gun.
What's a rifle?
It's a rifle.
Nobody carries guns, machine guns, at a family event. Gee, how many shootings have there been at parks and shows and dance clubs and schools? Yeah, so dipshit, they do carry machine guns to family events. So kiss my ass.
No. You need to say, kiss the whitest part of your lily white ass.
I never followed through on it, but I did have the idea of fitting out my Suburban with pom-pom guns for the last family reunion.
That's funny.
300 relatives in one field is just too much to deal with.
Oh man, whoa, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Oh, yeah. You've got a gong vote.
Do we? Yeah, it looks like we do.
Yeah, we've got more than one, but we're not quite there yet. So I think we should have a little bit more flat earth Fokker to wet your palate with on this lovely evening with the Shills.
Apologies.
Oh dear, where did I go wrong?
I don't know what the fuck that was, man.
I'm stressing out, so what the hell? Here you go.
Do a nice word apologizing for it.
Also,
see this is crazy. It's like Mexico.
Do you know anything about firearms?
No, I don't.
So the difference between this is much more accurate. So in a crowd, if someone starts shooting, the chances of us hitting that person with the gun is much better than this. We're likely going to hit an innocent person with this, so this is so much safer. This can shoot longer, and from 100 yards, I could hit something this big.
I believe you.
I'm not going to hit a brick wall.
I believe
with
you.
This.
How many times have you drawn your firearm in your life?
I'm not answering these questions. Can you please go here?
You're a public servant, and I'm allowed to film.
I'm trying to work, and you're in my space, and you're just here to cause problems. So
you guys were so friendly.
Enjoy the game.
You guys were so friendly when I approached you.
This conversation's over.
But I'm questioning you on the morality of your actions.
I don't have time for this. You can
pause. Definitely pause.
I was so frightened when I approached you. Oh, boo-hoo.
This is... Oh, go ahead. Oh, is somebody trying to get in? I wasn't sure there. This is now where the man obviously knows he's being a belligerent prick, and he knows he's pushing the envelope because he wants to get all of his soft-sit bullshit off of his chest and set on camera like it means something to the world.
It doesn't. Yeah. It means absolutely diddly ilk squat.
Well, it does mean he's an idiot, but yeah,
Ding.
to everybody else, exactly, right? I mean, watching this is just, the guy's pathetic. I would like to see him, tased and maybe, kicked around a bit, but they're really leery about doing that shit now, right? So,
yeah, I have to say, I just love the whole, I do not consent, smash.
Well, it seems like he's close, but there's no window, so
So what
but
are
okay,
do
let me
now?
just check the
Camera?
vote. Ooh, the vote's getting there. The vote's getting there. You people are close.
Maybe we'll get lucky. He'll get picked up by animal control so he can complain about trampling on his SPCA rights.
Yeah. With a guy like him, though, when animal control picks him up, it's instantly, let's go for the rifle on this one.
Yeah.
Come on now, he's not an animal. Well, I mean, he is, but not that kind of animal.
You're standing against the...
We're watching the crowd. That's what our job is, watching.
Looking around, we watch the crowd.
Okay.
But you're preventing us from doing that.
And I'm just asking all these...
Answer your question numerous times. You just keep asking the same
You're just trying to antagonize.
I'm not. I don't want to. I do not want to. I want to go.
I can give you my card. You can email me all your questions, and I will gladly answer them through email.
I would love to have an officer that's open to answering questions.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys. Wow. What a state of... anyways, I gotta go.
No Sparky.
Oh, that's
No.
too bad. You know, we didn't even get to gong the son of a bitch. He's too fucking stupid. He made the video too short. So,
Yeah.
fucking
Hey, do you have
asshole
that
took
Bruce
away the
Lipton
gong.
thing? Do you have that Bruce Lipton thing up? Or is that not in the selection this time? Because you got the calculations that I sent you, right?
Yeah, we don't have that loaded, and with the way we did the show super fast in the background, it was a fresh build in OBS. Colin had never done the Shills setup before, so we might have to stay on script more just to make sure it actually works.
Okay, but still,
No worries.
for those of you who don't know, Bruce Lipton, I encountered him through Team Skeptic, who himself said that it was not an idiot video, but it really should have been, because Bruce Lipton, A, claimed the human body has 70 trillion volts worth of electricity inside their body, and B, ended up getting the number wrong. When he meant to say 70 trillion volts, he actually said 700 trillion volts, so I had to do two sets of calculations. And in scenario 2 of the beta branch, the 700 trillion volt human, I ended up calculating that a single human, according to Bruce Lipton, would output more energy than the sun. He would literally put out more wattage from all angles than the freaking sun.
Global warming.
Yes, global warming. Kaboom! In that it turns literally the entire freaking planet into a molten ball of rock in 0.01 seconds.
I would like to say that Flat Earth Fokker is proof that even a beautiful area of the world like the one I live in can produce an idiot.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about that now.
What about
Yeah.
Florida?
Oh, everybody has their morons. I'm sure there's a couple in Florida.
Yeah,
I can think
that's
of a
where
couple
Quebec
right now off
sends
the
all
top
their-
of my head, actually.
Hey!
It's where Quebec sends all theirs.
Funny. I like that. But yeah, this guy runs the gambit, doesn't he? He does flat Earth. He does sob sit confrontations like this. Like he's your garden variety moron. He can be whatever you need him to be.
More
Don't forget,
than
COVID is fake.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I got it, Professor Bell. Thanks, buddy. Right on. I'm on it. I had a bad email for him. It wasn't working, and it was driving me crazy because it kept bouncing back, and I thought for sure I had it right. Oh, I didn't use... I didn't... Yeah?
You know, you've made me do this tonight. I've had a horrible thought. It's colonoscopy time.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry,
You
what?
guys are going to suffer a colonoscopy. No lube, all pain, and may God have whatever on your soul. Believe me, he's not going to like you. Neither do I. I've had enough. Welcome to
serve
the
it up, buddy.
colonoscopy.
Right on.
Tough luck.
Of our culture. It's also the birthplace of democracy. If you look back at the Greek culture.
Whoa. 1 second. Something's...
Hey, whoa. Pause. Did I just see our logo in there?
Damn. Get back. You gotta remember, I'm trying to work this for the first time tonight. I'm really going to suffer.
Dick, I think I just saw our logo in there.
Yeah,
Colin does these videos up. It's you have to experience it. You're gonna love this. It's really cool.
Right, so 1 second while I work this. Why isn't this loading at the browser? Please. Load 15 degrees per hour for a second. And click OK. You can have that. And change it.
15 degree per hour drift.
Yes.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, and now for...
There's my impression on the fly.
Okay. Now we go. Back to the
Jeez,
medium
Huge
mode.
audience. He's always flirted with the idea of maybe it's flat, but he never talked about it ever on any of his shows. He wouldn't talk about the topic. Finally, today, for some reason, thank God, he's telling his entire audience that the Earth is flat, motionless, and geocentric.
Well, are you ready for some unindoctrination? I'm Jeffrey Dart.
Sorry, did somebody say pause?
Yes.
Why?
Claiming basically said there now he's claiming the Earth is flat, stationary, and geocentric, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a slight, I'm sorry,
call
dude.
bullshit on that.
You can, but there's a slightly different rule here. I'll drop pauses on you. It's only the last little bit you get to shout it out. So ready? This is my show now.
The Christian whistleblower coming to you from the heartland of America with the spirit of 1776 and a rebel yell. We've been pushed too far and we're back, baby. So get ready because we're locked and loaded. We're wall to wall and treetop tall. And tonight I've got a great presentation for you. You know, we think sometimes that we're really, really smart and we're really, really the most impressive. And by the way, these two flags mean exactly the same thing for those of you that don't know. And if you do want to get the t-shirts that I wear in this show,
Pause.
Yeah. That flag, the left one, is actually the original flag for the United States, the 13 colonies. The flag on the right is the Confederate flag, which is entirely different.
They do not mean the same thing. They were not brought up to be, or created to be, the same meaning.
Yeah, the flag on the right that everyone saw there, that is the flag of the Confederate States of America, which, mind you, was the southern states who fought in the Civil War. Now, for those of you who claim that it was over states' rights and not slavery, well, I guess you're right to a point. It was over the southern states' rights to have slavery. So in the end, it was all about slavery.
Okay, not bad. Anybody else got anything? What about the t-shirts, guys?
Well, there was when you put it into can you bring the still up again? There was a thing I'll have to see it in big after. I can't see it from there, but there was a thing where Lincoln didn't originally make slavery outright, banned in the whole thing. There was such a growing movement of no slavery in the North that he was really hoping he wouldn't have to strong arm everybody and it would just spread through the South. But when they rose up and did the whole no way, fuck you guys and whatnot, he had no choice. And he was like, okay, we might as well pull the trigger. And he did it. Right. You know, and he was trying to be a politician about it, but he knew in the end it was going to come down to, all right, it ends now.
The t-shirt's Charles Manson, by the way, if anybody's...
That's what I thought.
Wow.
Go for it.
Okay, so forgive me if I don't know that. Who is that?
Charles Manson.
So Charlie Manson in the 60s, early 70s, ran a cult called the Manson family. He brought in disenfranchised kids who were upset with the life they were living, took advantage of them, warped their minds, and forced them to kill people.
Yeah.
And eventually Charlie Manson was arrested and spent the rest of his life in jail. He just died, what was it, just a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so, yeah. That's Charlie Manson. Oh, and he had a swastika carved into his forehead.
Okay, he sounds like a complete and total whack job.
Oh, yeah. He wrote the book on that lifestyle.
No, I'll be honest. I have autism. He makes me look like a completely normal individual.
That's pretty extreme, but I know what you're getting at. My son would have loved that. He's on the spectrum, you know. He would love that comment.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's Jeffrey Doherty, by the way. If anybody doesn't know, he recently did a debate on Modern Day Debates with Nathan Thompson against Plenawalk and STST.
And fun fact, before he did that, he did a moon landing hoax debate with I can't remember who it was, against somebody else, rather. It was just him and one other person. And he tried to do the soft sell and act like he wasn't a flat earther and not even a space denier, but was just a moon landing denier. He tried to paint himself as less crazy. But then one of his opening points was the mouse on the SpaceX rocket thing.
The what?
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
And then
the mouse?
And then a couple of debates later, turned out to be a standard issue flat earther.
Yep, the space.
I'm sorry, did you guys say the mouse on the SpaceX rocket?
Yep. There's several videos of chunks of ice forming near the bottom of the boosters, and flat earthers think they're mice.
As in squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Not
my
the computer mice, but the actual squeak, squeak.
Yeah, the rodent.
That is correct.
You know, a tail that doesn't get plugged into something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. Especially considering that the mouse that size would be bigger than a fucking Doberman.
Well, you know, once they get outside the air pressure, they expand.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yes, they explode.
You know, I just saw Ash Scott's comment from earlier when she said, "Oh, if I'd known y'all didn't know that was Manson, I would have joked and said it was Serge Tankian."
Yay! Leave the composer for God's sake. Leave the lead. Whoever mentioned Serge Tankian, leave him out of this. He did good work in the song for the 2019 Godzilla movie, and what you've just said is a sin against Serge Tankian. You now owe Serge Tankian a most sincere apology. Thank you very much.
And also, Serge Tankian does not look like Manson. He looks like Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
We ready for some more? Because we're not gonging this, by the way.
Oh, bring it on.
Oh boy.
Bring it on.
Chuck Manson was fake news. But tonight, we're going to talk about something that I don't really want to talk about, but I feel compelled to talk about. I feel like it's something we need to understand. I feel like it's questions that we need to ask because we get so trapped in this idea of everybody believes it, so it must be right. And what I have found is if everybody believes it, it's probably not right. It was Mark Twain that said, whenever I find myself in the majority, I get worried. And I am the same exact way. So let's talk about a subject that I think is worth our consideration. I want to talk about historic geocentrism and what.
Okay, I'll let you off this time.
I just have to note that he says anytime he feels he's in the majority, he gets concerned. Like, is he aware of like the majority of people drinking water, or like the majority being all those who aren't dead, or even like is he saying he's pro-slavery because most people are not pro-slavery? Like, there's a lot of ramifications to that thought process there.
No, I think that he's just thinking that by saying that he sounds smart instead of being the dumb fuckwit that he is.
And bear in mind, he also quoted Mark Twain, whose real name was Samuel Collins, in a vague hope that some of Mark Twain's credibility would rub up on him.
And I believe he's only paraphrasing part of the quote, not the whole quote.
All right.
Yes, he's attempting to imply that he's well read.
Yeah, I believe the full quote, and I could be wrong on this, is that if you are not in the majority, then you are in the minority. Or
I bet the
something
only thing
similar
well
to
read
that.
about this guy is his
It's
rap
like-
sheet.
Which, by the way, that quote is like kind of like saying, "If you're not wet, you're dry."
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, we're moving on, guys.
Yes, let's do it.
We're moving on.
What I mean by that is that we understand, if we know anything about history, if we know anything about culture, if we know anything about our forebears, we understand that the Greek culture is widely considered to be the cradle of Western culture, Western civilization. And culture, as I'm describing it here, is the social norms, the ethical values, the traditional customs, the belief systems, the political systems, artifacts, and technologies that originated in or are associated with Europe. Greece is the birthplace of everything that we know to be our highest and best expression of our culture. It's also the birthplace of democracy. If you look,
Okay. Birthplace of democracy. Has anybody got any comments?
Well, yeah, it had some elements of a democracy, but it wasn't a modern democracy because it still had slavery in the end.
It was more of a theocracy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they
You
did
had
voting and things of that nature.
A vote, yes. The Senate had a vote. But Caesar, the ultimate ruler, could overrule the Senate.
Like I said, it had
therefore,
elements
it
of
was a
democracy.
theocracy.
It had
And,
elements of a democracy, but it wasn't exactly a modern one, nor could it be considered a modern one.
Can we bring up the screen where it has the listing of everything that he's talking about?
That might be an issue because it rolls
Okay.
in. And
Well,
it just
anyway,
continues.
the whole point is that Greece was considered the birthplace of many modern things, yes, but most things were influenced by it, not that it was the end all be all of intelligent creation. There were other civilizations that were brought into Greece to help foment what became our current belief system.
Now, of course, there is something to be said that the Greeks did have an idea of what the shape of the Earth was, and it most certainly was not flat. In fact, everyone here knows of the Eratosthenes experiment. And speaking of that experiment, Slice Barkane did a much better version of it, where he took data points from around the world during the equinox, where people plugged in the angle of the sun based on their latitude using sticks in the ground and sent those data sets over to Slice Barkane, who compiled them. And hey presto, the only shape that matched with all of them concurrently at the same time was a spheroid.
Awesome. Okay, so right,
Yeah,
that's the
I
first.
am mixing up Romans and Greece. I'm tired. Sorry.
Yep. Don't worry. It's going to get far more painful. I'm sorry.
The thing is, though, is that democracy was actually supposedly started in, I believe, the Romans, wasn't it? Not Greece. I know Athens had a democracy, but
Yeah, Vesta in the side chat was saying Athens was the cradle of democracy.
Yeah.
So he is technically correct there. So we'll let him just slide on. So let's go to the next check mark. Good luck.
Look back at the Greek culture. It was the highest expression of humanity that is within our memory. And it was such a high expression of humanity that many people consider it very close to Atlantean or Agarthian. And I think that is true because it was so close in time to Atlantis. You had people in Greece Aristotle, Socrates. If you're a fan of Bill and Ted, that's Socrates. They wrote about the Atlanteans, where they were, what they did.
Oh, go on then. Go on. I'll pause.
Okay. Atlantis. There is nothing that we have that proves that Atlantis even existed. Nothing.
Like, aren't we pretty sure that Plato made it up?
Yeah, and in fact, there was some place where you could quantify Atlantis being. However, there's the location of it. It was the damn Minoan Empire, and some people would claim of the cataclysm that ended up sinking Atlantis, matching a lot with a volcano that was found there that ended up erupting.
Just, there's so much wrong with what he's just said. Oh, it makes my brain hurt. Oh.
I'm enjoying this.
Everybody's got a little sucralose in them. It's all right.
I just love the way he says Socrates. Wasn't it Socrates for crap's sake?
Well, no, because he said Socrates, and then he said something about Bill and Ted and said Socrates. I think he was quoting Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
But
which, by the way, another person we're not totally sure existed and may have been made up by Plato.
Oh my god.
It's totally radical, dude.
Socrates, those are European football shirts, right?
Right. Okay, whatever.
You ready for some more crazy?
Oh.
Derp.
Bring on the
And
derp.
most experts agree, and what happens when you find yourself in the majority, but a lot of experts agree that Greece inherited a lot of Atlantean knowledge and wisdom, and that's why Greece is the highest expression of human culture that we've seen within our collective memory. And in their pursuit of order and proportion, the Greeks created an ideal of beauty that strongly influenced the Western art. All the ideas of the Renaissance were also birthed in Greece. Greece was a place that looked at the human as divine. They looked at the human as sovereign. They looked at the human as free. And that's what these are about behind me. Divinity, sovereignty, freedom, our divine given rights and position. You don't have original sin. That's what these flags mean. You don't have original sin. You've got the spark of divinity within. I think it's incorrect, Lisa, to say
drink.
Renaissance, is that what he said?
It's a Renaissance or Renaissance, whichever one you want to go with.
Oh my.
And secondly, the flag on his right, as we've covered before, is the Confederate flag, a flag associated with the southern states who were actively in the Civil War and actively encouraged and fought for slavery. So, you want to talk about how the Confederate flag means freedom again? Stupid. Also, secondly, original sin, that should just be a call for a drink right there, because this whole original sin thing, I've gotten so tired of it.
And I love that claim about how the Greeks stand for freedom. Yeah, I'm sure all the slaves really agreed with that.
Oh yeah.
I like how he tripped over his earlier point. They started to say, most experts, and then he had to backpedal and say many, because most was putting him in the majority.
I still have to say citation fucking needed, as Tornado likes to say. Nothing of what he's saying is true. We all know it's wrong. His facts are so skewed to support his own beliefs and narrative that they're screaming, "I'm imagination, not a fact." Oh my god.
That's a really good point.
What?
Is everybody finding this rather painful?
Very much. Yo, you're a tiny quiet there, Colin. You're
sorry, I'm
enjoying
not
this, you
thinking
prick, aren't you?
Tell me
Oh,
about
I'm
it.
enjoying this
loving it.
all too thoroughly.
What
I'm
point
enjoying
did I
it.
have? You said I had a point there. That he skewed his facts to support his narrative, but they're so skewed up, they're not even facts anymore. They're fiction.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, experts that would agree to him are, 3 or 4 people who wrote a stupid book looking for dummies' money. That's all, right?
L. Ron Hubbard.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Colin,
Seno.
Shall we do some more?
put her back in drive, baby.
Pedophilia came through Greece because pedophilia came through the God of the Bible. He's the one that originated that. He's the one that we can see doing that way back at the.
Stop
Oh,
that
I
right
was
there.
waiting for that.
Holy
fucking
wow.
shit.
Pedophilia did not come from the Bible. Holy shit.
Well, then again, there are mentions of it in the Bible.
Yeah, that doesn't
There
mean
certainly are, but
There-
there are so many more times when child sex slaves have been mentioned in history prior to the
Yeah.
Bible's existence.
Exactly.
Like, let's be honest, pedophilia probably started shortly after human beings figured out sex.
Exactly.
And one really evil one got an idea.
Exactly. That is not unique to the Bible, and it has been happening since man first found out he had a dick and wanted to wet his willy.
Not this dick, other dicks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, since he found out he had a wee willy wanky and wanted to go wank it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
can we
Colin.
just say
Oh.
Little,
We didn't get around the
Willy-
table on that.
Yeah, never mind. Little Willy Frou Frou.
Jim
My child
Jen.
is so innocent.
Jeffrey Doherty, new name. Okay, we didn't actually get around the table on that one, did we? So who have we got here? At the
Oh,
moment?
no? Oh.
Oh, we've everybody else seems to be being a bit quiet. Gaming come of reasons. How you doing, dude?
Yes, I'm still here. Forgive me for being quiet, but my throat is really kind of sore today.
That's all right.
I'll jump in whenever I've got something short to say. So, but I'm here.
Okay, no
I'm here.
The rest of the Shills are quiet too. I don't
Yeah.
want to take over.
No, that's why I'm just pushing around the table. I was just wondering if you got a little comment about this guy so far.
He's just a whack job. And this guy's taking all these stupid, crazy fucking ideas, pasted them on the fucking wall, threw a ball of shit at it, and whatever stuck, he strung it together.
Yeah, pretty good.
What a fucking moron.
So, continuing around the table, let's have a look.
I also just want to state that for the record, this man totally looks like Malcolm McDowell had a really rough go at rugby for a little while.
You'll
I
have to
thought he
forgive
looked like Roddy McDowell who sucked up a bunch of grease.
That works too.
A little bit of background history on him. He's ex-military, U.S. Air Force, who was apparently a crew chief. Flew around the world quite a little bit. Actually, was in the back of an F-15, flying at 50,000 feet or whatever it was, and still claims the world's flat.
Oh, fuck.
So, what do we got?
Wait,
Oh,
a background
Aimee.
history of this guy, Jeff Dougherty?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was just wondering, Aimee, how you doing, Pep?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm just listening, thinking that bottle of Aleve over there looks really good right now.
You know what?
Oh, the price
yeah.
I pay for doing these sober.
Yep, you're starting to get feel for these colonoscopies.
I am
You
sober,
need more
actually.
alcohol.
Yeah, I have a bottle of wine too, so it's either one. I could do wine or because that tea isn't cutting it. Wine relieve. I think I have a choice to make.
Well, anyway, after that bombshell, shall we move on?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Let's roll.
Beginning. So I would say nay on the pedophilia, but think about that for a minute, Lisa. The Greek expression of human culture was the highest expression of human culture. And what does this very low expression of human culture that we live in now want us to think of the Greeks? They want us to think Greek and think butt sex, and that's it. And that makes perfect sense when they're trying to...
Whoa.
Butt sex now? Okay, this guy is a fucking prude. Oh my god.
Don't you just love it?
Just a fucking prude.
I mean,
who
he has a
wants to
point in that.
complain. Yes, okay, yes. Greek culture saw nothing wrong with gay sex. They saw nothing wrong with lesbian sex. They saw
Right.
nothing wrong with polyamory. They saw nothing wrong with orgies. Okay, hey, guess how many wars they had? Very few. Maybe they had the right fucking idea, people.
Oh, and you know what else they had? They also had a religion
Too busy
where
fucking to have war.
they also had a religion where with polytheism where one of the gods just couldn't keep it in his pants.
Waggle daggle.
Zeus, you know who you are.
Well, that's his
Oh.
Roman name.
I'm still trying to figure out that story about how he seduced a woman by turning himself into a swan.
Wait, he did what?
I'm trying to figure out the one where he had sex with a cow.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, there was a lot of bestiality involved in there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Greek polytheism is almost as raunchy as Songs of Solomon, and I haven't even read that yet.
We're definitely not getting monetized tonight. That's no way.
Yeah.
Was there ever any hope?
Aimee?
Usually not, but definitely there.
There's the yellow dollar sign. We're so
Well, you
sorry.
do realize that Zeus was the father of the Minotaur, right?
And he's
I'm
also
wondering
father to literally every other deity in Greek polytheism, save for the original guys. Why?
No.
Because Greek polytheism is filled with lots and lots of fucking.
And
So
lots
he's
of
kind of
incest.
like he's kind of like Genghis Khan. That seed really went everywhere.
Yes.
Yes. Heracles, not Hercules, is just one example.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What do you
Amy's got
think?
hands
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go on,
sorry.
Amy.
We just have a thank you. We just have a super chat real
No,
quick.
we got two.
We got two. Okay.
I got it. Just kidding. It's just buy your own super chat. Damn it. Morton Nielsen for 45 Danish Krona said, Grease and butt sex.
God.
Oh.
Come on, let me read the rest.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing.
Thinking face. Thinking face.
Yes.
I guess Grease is good for that. Man shrugging. Change your icon into a gummy bear, please, right now.
At least it sailed on by. We're all right.
Exactly. Thank God he's innocent.
Yeah. This is the only
God.
time I feel bad about doing these is when Matt reads the super chat.
Moving on.
I think my hashtag didn't help there, though. That's for sure.
Oh, what?
Right, let's see how
Okay.
how far he can poison the well.
Yeah.
Tear down us at our highest. It was Aristotle and the high Greek culture that thought out, reasoned out, and gave us the geocentric model. What is a geocentric model? Well, today we live with the understanding of a heliocentric universe, meaning that everything goes around the sun. The geocentric model is that everything goes around the earth.
Okay, you keep shouting pause. You know that. Really, this game isn't played that way, but I'm playing. I'm having fun. So go on.
Yeah, he's not
Keep
waiting for the moment, but you know, he gets pretty excited.
Yeah. The heliocentric model does not apply to the entire universe. No, it only applies to our solar system. Otherwise, our galaxy would be orbiting around the sun. But that's not how it works. No, in fact, our sun orbits around the central black hole at the center of the Milky Way.
How do you know that? Did you prove it yourself? Did you do your own research?
Star charts, buddy. Star charts. That we can track back billions of fucking years.
Yeah, I just had to be a flurf there for a second. I'm an amateur astronomer myself. We've got a decent setup, and I love that stuff.
I've seen your telescope, Dick. It is the Mac Daddy.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Well, what I'm getting from this guy's argument is that everything we discovered since the fall of Greece is wrong.
So can we kill the video now? Oh, he's making my head hurt.
You know what? Yeah, see, we don't even get to do the poll on a colonoscopy. You must suffer through to the end and hear the doctor unclip the glove.
Okay.
Yep.
You
may love me or hate me by the end of this.
Tylenol 3.
Sorry, I really am
my
sorry.
Tylenol PM at this rate. Oh.
It does get better, but I'm lying.
Think of that. And geocentrism, folks, was the predominant description of the cosmos in classic Greece, as well as many other ancient civilizations. So think about that for a minute. If the highest and best expressions of human culture saw and believed that the universe was geocentric, meaning everything flowed around the earth, and today we're convinced it's heliocentric, what type of thought should that spur within us? I'm thinking that if you think it's heliocentric, then not only is Earth decentralized, literally, but isn't humanity decentralized too and devaluated and is taken away from just this shy of divinity to being just another bug on just another rock floating around the sun?
Whoa, yowza.
Okay.
And there he goes with the there he goes with the whole claim of if you remove Earth from being, if you make sure that Earth isn't the center of the universe, then you're no longer special. You're not close to divinity. So he's also making a religious argument here.
Okay. What I find interesting is that he is claiming that Greece, which was the start of all culture, or was the start of major cultural revolutions, is the only culture that we build on. And we have a super chat. So I'll pause to let somebody read that.
If this guy starts orbiting around...
Yeah, we've got super chats, bugger. Here we go.
More Nielsen for 45 Danish krona said, if this guy stops orbiting around you, you better guess Uranus.
Yeah,
Change your icon into a gummy bear, please. Change that icon into a gummy bear.
Thank God he's thinking about the icon. That's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much, Morton.
You know, this whole argument here, this whole argument about Greece culture and so on. I mean, come on. It was a pretty good movie, but it's a long time ago. Can we not just move on? People aren't greasers anymore, you know?
Right. Oh my God, this guy's such a hard-on for Greece shoved up his ass. It's a wonder he could think. Considering his mention of butt sex earlier. Anyway,
You know, and
what
there
I-
is also that cherry picking going on, that he's throwing out bits of it that he doesn't like.
Yeah, he's cherry picking facts and trying to smush them together and create a cherry tree with juicy little fruit to give to everybody.
Well, it is
Unfortunately,
it
his
is a
foot is
well-known
nothing but a solid pit of shit.
it is a well-known fact that this guy actually does work for the Love Shack as a dildo tester. So what are you going to
not
expect,
a surprise.
right?
He really enjoys his butt sex then. Anyway,
Ah.
I love tormenting tornado. Anyway, the fact that he's claiming that Greeks thought everything was geocentric. Okay, Greeks, if I remember correctly, while they believed that there were other planets out there, did not have the advanced tools to realize that we are a heliocentric planetary solar system.
Hell, the whole thing about the how geocentrism gave way to heliocentrism, the whole issue behind that was the two guys who are credited with that are Isaac Newton and Johannes Kepler. Johannes Kepler and his laws of planetary motion, with those, we literally calculated our orbit around the sun, as well as every other orbit in the freaking solar system. And it took us less than 2 years to determine Pluto's orbit after having just discovered it. Literally, less than 2 years to determine Pluto's orbit. We can watch objects in the sky, figure out how they're moving, and find thus our place in the universe. So, sorry, dude. Mathematics works, and you are a dum-dum.
Excellent.
Right. So, but basically, the discovery of heliocentrism had not been made yet.
True
during the
calculus
time of the
hadn't been
Greeks.
made yet.
Exactly. So the cherry picking of facts to again support his narrative, which turns his facts into fantasy and daydreams and his thoughts of sex everywhere.
Oh, this guy has a tube of lipstick for his right hand so he can extend the love affair, you know? Fuck.
Just ew.
Yeah.
Shall we do it, Colin? Shall we let it out?
I think it's time to move on.
Well, we did have another super chat.
Oh, did we?
yeah.
Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Oops.
Aimee?
Sure, sorry about that. We get another super chat.
Jessica G for $2. Matt said Uranus. He will say Uranus again. Stop!
Thank you so much. Oh, God. My hair is getting grayer and grayer by the moment.
Oh God! I've got a widow's peak of gray. Don't talk about gray hair. I have actually I have a Elvira streak starting down the center of my head, thanks to Tornado, and a couple at each temple, and I lift the back of my hair and I have the grays.
Those are called mama stripes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
No, it's a skunk stripe.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you, child.
I hate to tell you this, but when I started looking at this video, I was sheer brown. Now I've got a massive grey beard and grey around the sides. I'm really
Another
screwed.
super chat.
Oh, go on, Aimee.
Yeah, I see it.
More Nielsen for 35 Danish krona said, who said Uranus? Did someone say Uranus? Change your icon into a gummy bear if you want to hear it.
What is this change your icon?
Oh, that's
I'm
just
so
Matthew.
lost.
He wants
Okay.
thank you. He wants everybody to change his icon to everything.
Didn't we miss the Jessica G one too?
No, they got that one.
Oh, okay.
No, we got that. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Jessica G, change your icon. Jessica G, change your icon into the show of Rick and Morty.
Oh,
God.
Oh, good Lord.
That's funny.
You know, I just want to say that when it comes down to it, if you want to just get away from that word, you can always say Uranus.
That is how it's pronounced now.
Another one. Another super chat.
Oh, yes. Jessica G. said, "Oh, I heard Uranus again. People keep saying Uranus. Stop!" Take your icon into the show of Rick and Morty.
He's actually shoving me aside to say that.
I bet.
He needs his own microphone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
he's
on
gonna
it.
get
Actually,
one
it's
soon.
about. Yeah, it's about to happen.
Let's roll.
You're the one who wanted me here, Aimee, so I'm here.
Oh,
I bet you're
Aimee.
regretting it now.
No, we would never say that
No.
live.
Okay, let's roll.
No.
And I'm pretty sure if we could get back to Atlantis, the Atlanteans, the Agarthians, they believed in a geocentric universe. This is a picture of the North Star and then the star field of the northern sky, obviously. And this is a time lapse over a year. And if you notice, all of those stars go in what looks like perfect concentric circles around the earth. And I'm sorry, maybe I'm just a Bible college graduate. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. But when I look at that, I see things going around us, not us going around things. But anyway, first,
Ha ha ha. Except the center that he's seeing is the sun.
No, it's not. If we could bring that large still up, just keep it paused, just bring it up. I'd like to show everyone that is not the sun, that is actually Polaris. And if you'll notice, there's a little arc there. There's a little arc on Polaris because it's a little ways off from the direct zenith at the North Pole.
That's right. And it would mean that it would mean Polaris is doing its own little dance.
Yeah, and also he's only focusing on the northern hemisphere. I'm pretty sure if he looked south, he'd see the same east to west apparent motion, just in the opposite direction, it going counterclockwise, or it going clockwise instead of counterclockwise, which is what we see in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, and
So-
just to clarify, he wouldn't actually see the southern polar cross, and he would see the star field rotating. And as I put up in that video, he said it was a year. Looking at that for a year, that's one day. And
No
if you look at
shit!
and if
He's
you actually
lying.
look at the
Super
star
chat.
trail, it's about 6 hours worth of star rotation.
3 super chats.
Yeah.
Would you say he's lying then?
He's definitely getting his facts freaking wrong. So, yeah, Aimee.
Yeah, they're trying to kill me here. Okay, here we go.
John Rapp for Australian $2 said, "Can you stop sending Australian $2?" Said, "SCM, please change your avatar to a picture of Uranus."
No.
Morten Nielsen for 45 Danish krona said, "What is wrong with you, weird, angry video making man? Did you break Uranus?" Confused face. Poor guy. Change your icon into a gummy bear right now, please.
Oh, another one.
Oh no.
Jessica G for $2 said, "Agree, Matt. Change your avatar to a pic of Uranus. Stop! Change your icon to Rick and Morty." Jessica G for $2 said, "Matt, on a star map, show Aimee where Uranus is. Stop! Change your icon into Rick and Morty. Into a show of Rick and Morty. Into a show of Rick and Morty."
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't had
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
I'm
have a
going to hear it
fucking-
when he goes to school on Monday.
I'm about to have a stroke from laughing. God damn it.
We do.
We are
You can only have a
definitely
stroke in Burger Town.
Now, I also have to bring up another salient point here because he's also forgetting about the ways we can determine how far away the stars are. and that it is in fact us moving and not the stars moving around us. There's this thing known as parallax. Parallax would not happen if we were in fact geostationary. However, the fact that we have parallax at all indicates that we are the ones that are moving. Unless you invoke weird magic bullshit with all the stars that proportionally matches to their distance. Oh, and also, we also have the retrograde motion of Mars, as I've said before, which offers another clue as to the fact that we are the ones who are moving and not the universe moving around us.
Hold on, I forgot. I think you forgot something. Parallax doesn't matter anymore because Green Lantern beat him, remember?
Yes.
Oh,
sorry, I just had to be an idiot.
Leave
that was
DC
one way to get him
Comics
off.
out of this.
Yeah.
That was one way to get him off this tangent.
That's what I was going for, Mom. Exactly. Okay, Colin, fire it up, baby.
Oh, I'm having so much fun tonight. Let's move.
In the Greek mind was the idea that anywhere on Earth, the sun and the stars always seem to revolve around the Earth once per day. And while the moon and the planets have their own motions, they also appear to revolve around the Earth about once per day. The stars appear to be fixed on a celestial sphere, rotating about the axis through the geographic poles of the Earth. Why and how? The Earth seems...
Oh.
That was actually the natural pause for that, but I think everybody's already covered the fact that this guy's a freaking moron and doesn't understand the star rotation at all.
He's saying geographic poles, plural.
Yeah.
If the Earth was flat, wouldn't there be only one point of rotation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just debunked himself.
He pulled a Bob Nodell right there, baby.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah.
The
And while we're
clip
at
will
it,
be going around.
yeah, and while we're at it, if he wants to go on the whole geostationary Earth bit, there's the ring laser gyro, which, what did it pick up? A 15-degree-per-hour drift. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah, like he makes our job so much easier because he actually spends the money and does it all for us. He's fucking brilliant.
Yes, the sarcasm just drips.
No,
It does.
Bob Nodell, if you're unaware, Bob Nodell actually found a 15-degree-per-hour drift even after he encased the ring laser gyro in a box that wouldn't allow the heavenly energies, whatever the fuck those are, to penetrate into it, and they still picked up the 15-degree-per-hour drift. Do you know what Bob said?
Super chat.
Bob actually admitted to hiding the results of that experiment because if it got out, it would be very bad for the flat Earth, and that the conversation had to be confidential.
I just love how you're catching on to this one so quickly. It's awesome. Amy, super chat.
Yes, we have a super chat, please. That's a good one.
Cheese Mondo for $5 said, stopping the stops, please. Super stop, man.
Hey, good
When's the after show?
It's on at 10, honey.
And also change your icon into a shark puppet, and then change your name into Cheese Mondo. Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
I can only say that the after show probably
Thank
will
you.
be run a lot better than this one. Okay, let's see where he goes.
To be unmoving from the perspective of an earthbound observer. It feels solid, it feels stable, and it feels stationary. And I know that the Greeks were around a long, long time, and I know this might be Greek to all of you, but folks, if you didn't know, does the Earth seem to be moving really, really fast to you, or does it seem to be unmoving? Does it seem to be spinning on its axis and hurtling through space, or does it feel solid? Does it feel stable? Does it feel stationary? I know what it feels like to me. And I know that we're in this age, back in Greece.
Oh.
God, the fapping.
In
Oh, I
2020,
really love
nothing
this.
feels stable.
Really?
Well, yeah. First in 20, yeah, like Purple Rhymes Thorn said, in 2020 nothing feels stable. But seriously, you might say, "Oh, it's moving really fast. It's moving really fast." Da, 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 da. But it's really not. It's not moving that fast at all in the grand scheme of things. In fact, I actually ran the numbers to check against the claim that Red Rhetoric made about how much the acceleration due to centrifugal force is trying to fling us off the Earth at, and it matched precisely to what he said it would be. I ran the numbers myself, just to make sure. And interestingly enough, the force that I would feel from Earth's centrifugal force if I was down at the equator would be 2 newtons. 2 newtons versus 600. Which is the bigger number here, folks? Which one is so small that you probably wouldn't really even notice it? Because a newton is enough force to push a 1 kilogram object 1 meter. I weigh 61.235 kilograms, which means it wouldn't be moving me very much at all. There's literally 0.3% the force of gravity being induced on you by Earth's centrifugal force when you're standing on the equator. It wouldn't feel like you're moving at all because that's how small it is. Also, on another note, the rotation is virtually constant, so you're not going to feel anything anyway. You don't feel speed, you feel acceleration.
And deceleration.
Well, technically, deceleration is just acceleration directly opposed to the vector you're traveling in, so... Anyway.
Good.
That's my little spiel over.
That's your rant.
Nope. Totally understand it. And I'm sure you're going to appreciate what comes up in a second, but let's just...
oh, God.
Anybody else around the table?
There was another
feeling the
super
pain?
chat.
Oh, yeah, there was.
Yeah, there's
Aimee?
another super chat, please, if I could. Thank you.
Okay, Morten Nielsen for 45 Danish kroner
Oh,
said.
how many?
25.
Morten Nielsen for 25 Danish kroner said,
Thank you.
"Stop saying Uranus, Matt. It's rude. Stop. Change your icon into a gummy bear, please. Change that icon into a gummy bear right now, please."
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I was just going to have a quick run around the table. Anybody got any comments? Dick?
Can't we stop with the stupid now?
Oh, I'm punishing.
Are we
you,
almost
Dick.
done?
Nope. Sorry. Yeah, it's definitely going to be more Tylenol tonight. Okay. I think Dick's blown a gasket. Kevin, are you there?
I mean, I'm here. I just, I don't have anything significant to add. I just, it's all been said before. Oh, do you feel like the Earth's moving? Well, should you?
No.
End of. It's just so very silly.
I'm just enjoying feeling the pain. So, this is my punishment to
How is
Dick
it I know more about this subject than any of those guys do?
Because they're idiots.
I'll go with that.
Excuse me.
Okay. Let's roll. Expert.
And back in Greece, they're like, hey, we are humans. And we are the highest expression of creation. And we're this far from divinity. And we can look and we can see. We can stand and we can feel. And by the gods, if there are any, this bitch ain't moving. It's fixed. So that's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. But nowadays, we're like, yeah, I know it feels like it ain't moving. I know it looks like everything goes around us. But all the smart people say that it isn't. So we believe the smart people instead of believe ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. But less than 500 years ago, all of the learned believed that the heavens rotated around the earth in a geocentric model rather than the universe revolving.
An asshole.
Somebody get
He
upset.
thinks that the Greeks lived 1,000,000% independently and never looked up to any authority figure ever. Really? You think
Really?
there's never been, you think there's ever been a period in time where the planet isn't fucking filled with people smarter than you, Mr. Doherty? It's never happened. It's never, in all of existence, there has always been structure. There has always been someone in charge. And to act like there was ever a period in time, even the Greeks, when it didn't happen, is ridiculous. That's all.
Oh, and I too have something to add here. There's the 3 questions down there, and there's also, there's the 3 questions down there, and the first 2, the answer is exactly the same. Gravity, bitch. Which Newton would discover a full 2,000 years later. Yeah, 2,000 years later, Newton really found out what gravity was. Well, he found out the effects of gravity. And also, that's why things don't go flying off the Earth, because the Earth is so massive, and it's not moving very fast. Like, at all. It's 1 rotation per day, 0.000694 revolutions per minute.
Yep.
Oh, and the third question, why don't we see a change in position in the stars? Simple, we do. Greek star charts do not match up with star charts today. 100%, I can guarantee you that.
You know, this tastes better with beer. More beer.
Yeah, I just want to pick on his own internal inconsistencies. That he went on about us being the highest form of creation and the divinity, and 2 sentences later he says gods, if there are any. So if we don't have gods, how does the creation and divinity part work?
Consistency, motherfucker. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Up his own ass.
That's my pet peeve, is if they can't maintain internal consistency.
No, he definitely doesn't. And I'm pretty certain that Greece was a polytheist world. Yeah. And ancient Rome was a polytheist world. And actually, yeah, so...
Polytheism still exists today.
It does. India, a few other places.
Yep.
It's going to be more painful. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Around the sun. And Aristotle asked these 3 questions. If the Earth is spinning, especially as fast as it's spinning, why don't objects fly off the Earth? Aristotle was a smart guy. And I asked myself the same question. If the Earth is spinning, why don't objects fly off the Earth? Number 2, if the Earth was moving around the sun, why doesn't it leave?
Just a quickie there. Don't you think he's trying to equate himself with a smart guy like Aristotle by saying it that way? What an asshole.
Trying to cover his own stupidity.
Name dropping Aristotle in hopes that some of Aristotle's credibility would rub off on him. We've seen this tactic before.
Well, he's rubbing something off somewhere.
Okay, we got a super Aimee?
Yes, please. We have a super chat.
Jessica G for $2 said, keep the earth clean. It's definitely not Uranus. Stop and change your icon into Rick and Morty, please. Instead of that icon you have, change it into a new one, please, right now, please. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's, we got a little bit more to do.
Flying birds behind or flying airplanes. If the Earth was really spinning really fast, wouldn't you just have to go up in an airplane and just sit there and wait for your destination to come underneath you? And if you're a bird, you'd have to fly your ass off to keep up and to go forward. If the Earth was in orbit around the sun, why don't we see a parallax effect on the stars? If the Earth is moving, and this is what Tracy was talking about, the shapes of the constellations should change considerably over the course of a year. And they don't. We've seen that they don't.
Natural pause.
Yeah.
It does taste better with alcohol, by the way.
Okay, so the first two questions, easily answered. Again, gravity for the first two. And secondly, we do see a parallax effect in the stars. It's very small, but it's there. And on his fourth point there, the reason we don't say drastic positions in the constellations every year is because the constellations and all the stars with them are also orbiting around the central point in the Milky Way, that being the supermassive black hole. If you've ever seen cars on a freeway, it's a perfect analogy. Now just think of those cars on a freeway being on an orbit, and each one being a separate star, and Bob's your uncle. It's that simple. But also, the constellations have indeed changed. Look at a Greek star chart from back in the day and then compare it against a star chart from now, and you'll see the constellations look kind of different. If not extremely different.
Did you catch, Tornado, did you catch Slice Barkane's test on Monday night, the 21st?
Oh, the Equinox one?
No. He's done one where he took pictures of Jupiter and Saturn with a plumb bob. And he had a friend over in Plymouth in England actually do the same at the same time. So it's at 8:18 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. between the two of them. And when you calculate it out, the angle between Jupiter and Saturn from the horizontal plane that the plumb bob shows is just over 13 degrees where he is in Kaiserslautern. And in Plymouth, it was 7.5 degrees. Doesn't that indicate that we're living on a spherical freaking planet?
Yes, it does.
So that kind of also shows the turns and bits and pieces that are involved here.
Oh, and it also shows parallax too.
Yep, strangely enough.
Gee, it's almost as if this is a natural consequence of Earth's shape and motion or something.
Aimee.
Well, if you have those two angles and you have the distance between them, you can calculate how far away the star is.
Gee, isn't that something?
We just had Cheese asking if we should, or if we're pushing back the after show, or should we get our wrap ups done so we can get to the after show?
I think we were pushing back just a little bit.
Yeah, because you want to finish off the colonoscopy, right?
Yeah, I want to get the full derp out of this, and it's about another 10 minutes video, so probably about 20 minutes run.
Okay, so Cheese, let's go 30-minute delay, and then that way we can finish off the colonoscopy. Sound good?
Yeah, sorry guys in chat, but you're suffering tonight just as much as I have. Let's roll.
Oh, please, do go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Aimee.
Thank you. Yeah, we just have a super chat real quick.
Morning Nielsen for 45 Danish Corona said, Uranus spins faster than Earth. No one ever fell Uranus as far as I know. Man shrugging. But of course, Uranus is not full of idiots like Earth. Thinking face. Change your icon into a gummy bear right now, please. Excuse me.
Well, maybe Uranus spins so fast that Uranus spins so fast that flung off all the idiots.
Okay.